Imagine this. You've just lost your job unexpectedly, bills are piling up, and to top it all off, a close friend betrays your trust at the worst possible time. Then, as if the universe isn't done with you yet, your relationship starts falling apart, leaving you feeling utterly alone. Everything you've relied on seems to be slipping away, and you're left wondering how much more you can take. In times like these, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, defeated, and lost. But what if there was a way to navigate these storms without losing your grip on life? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers powerful principles that can help you find resilience, maintain your inner calm, and even discover fulfillment, no matter how bad things get. Let's dive into 10 timeless Stoic principles that can help you face life's toughest challenges with strength and grace. Ready to take back control of your life? Then focus on this video till the end. Principle 1. Embrace failure as a path to progress. We often go to great lengths to avoid being seen as foolish, but Marcus Aurelius had a different perspective. He believed that being considered foolish is one of the best things that can happen to you, because it's through mistakes that we truly improve. Overcoming challenges isn't a spontaneous reaction. It's the result of long periods of trial and error. Through failure, we can polish our skills and get closer to excellence. Failure is often feared because it challenges our self-perception and can expose our vulnerabilities. However, Marcus Aurelius teaches that failure is not only inevitable but essential for growth. In every failure lies an opportunity to learn something new about ourselves, our capabilities, and the world around us. When we fail, we are forced to confront our limitations, adapt our strategies, and refine our approach. This process of constant adjustment is what leads to mastery. Consider failure as a sculptor's chisel, gradually shaping and refining a block of marble into a beautiful statue. Each mistake chips away at the rough edges, bringing us closer to our true potential. By embracing failure, we open ourselves up to the full spectrum of experiences that life has to offer, allowing us to grow in ways that would be impossible if we only sought out success. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to view failure not as a source of shame, but as a badge of honor, a sign that we are pushing our limits and striving for something greater. It is through repeated trials and errors that we develop resilience, perseverance, and wisdom. In this way, failure becomes a powerful teacher, guiding us on the path to self-improvement and ultimately, success. Principle 2. Always prepare for the worst. One of the biggest sources of anxiety is the belief that something bad is waiting for us in the future. We fear our children will drop out of school, that we will lose our jobs, or that our spouse will ask for a divorce. The problem is that each day brings a new fear, leading to constant stress. Marcus Aurelius offers a drastic yet effective solution. Imagine that all these fears have already happened. By doing this, you can prepare your mind to face any situation with your head held high. The principle of preparing for the worst is rooted in the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. This exercise involves visualizing the worst-case scenarios in our minds, not to dwell on negativity, but to mentally and emotionally equip ourselves to handle whatever life may throw at us. By facing our fears head-on in our imagination, we reduce their power over us. When we anticipate potential challenges, we are less likely to be caught off guard when they occur. This preparedness allows us to respond with composure and clarity, rather than being overwhelmed by panic or anxiety. It's important to note that this does not mean expecting the worst to happen, but rather being ready to confront it if it does. In doing so, we cultivate a mindset of resilience and adaptability. Moreover, this practice can also help us appreciate the present moment more deeply. When we consider how things could go wrong, we become more grateful for the things that are currently going right. It shifts our perspective, allowing us to find peace and contentment in the here and now, rather than constantly worrying about the future. By preparing for the worst, we also learn to detach ourselves from outcomes. We accept that life is unpredictable and that we cannot control everything. This acceptance frees us from the burden of unrealistic expectations and helps us focus on what we can control: our actions, our mindset, and our reactions. In this way, we can navigate life's uncertainties with grace and confidence. Principle 3. Be cautious of wealth. Wealth, while desirable, comes with a stigma that can be difficult to escape. It's not just about people who suddenly appear to benefit from our fortune, but about how money can change us, often for the worse. Once we have wealth, we may discover aspects of ourselves that we didn't know existed. It's at this point that our spirit may begin to lose its moral values. Wealth is often seen as a symbol of success and power, but Marcus Aurelius warns us of its potential to corrupt our character and distort our values. The pursuit of wealth can lead us to compromise our principles, prioritize material gains over personal integrity, and become disconnected from the things that truly matter. When we accumulate wealth, it can be tempting to equate our self-worth with our net worth, leading to a distorted sense of identity. We may begin to define ourselves by our possessions, status, and the opinions of others, rather than by our character, values, and contributions to society. This can create a cycle of insatiable desire, where no amount of wealth is ever enough to satisfy our cravings for more. Moreover, wealth can attract insincere relationships and superficial connections. People may be drawn to us for what we have rather than who we are, leading to a sense of isolation and distrust. The more we focus on accumulating wealth, the more we risk losing touch with the simple joys and meaningful connections that make life rich and fulfilling. To avoid these pitfalls, Marcus Aurelius advises us to approach wealth with caution and humility. We should view it as a tool, not an end in itself. Wealth can provide comfort and security, but it should not define our lives or dictate our actions. By keeping our values and principles at the forefront, we can ensure that wealth serves us, rather than the other way around. In the end, true wealth is not measured by the size of our bank account, but by the richness of our experiences, relationships, and inner life. By cultivating a mindset of contentment, gratitude, and generosity, we can enjoy the benefits of wealth without falling prey to its potential dangers. Principle 4. True wealth lies in contentment. For Marcus Aurelius, happiness wasn't about acquiring more, but about appreciating what you already have. He famously said, "A wise man is one who does not fret over what he doesn't have, but rejoices in what he does have." Instead of complaining about what we lack, we should be grateful for what we've already achieved. True wealth comes from contentment and a sense of gratitude. Contentment is the foundation of a peaceful and fulfilling life. It is the ability to find joy and satisfaction in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that true wealth is not found in the accumulation of material possessions, but in the ability to be content with what we have. In a society that constantly encourages us to strive for more, contentment can be a radical act of defiance. It challenges the notion that happiness is found in the next purchase, promotion, or achievement. Instead, it invites us to look inward and recognize the abundance that already exists in our lives. By practicing gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This simple yet powerful mindset change can transform our entire outlook on life. When we appreciate the small blessings, a warm meal, a kind word, a moment of peace, we begin to see that we are already rich in so many ways. Contentment also frees us from the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. When we are content, we are no longer driven by the need to acquire more to feel complete. We can enjoy life's pleasures without becoming attached to them, knowing that true happiness comes from within, not from external sources. Moreover, contentment allows us to live in harmony with our values. When we are satisfied with what we have, we are less likely to compromise our principles in the pursuit of more. We can make decisions that align with our true selves, rather than being swayed by societal pressures or the pursuit of wealth. In essence, contentment is the key to living a rich and meaningful life. It teaches us to find joy in the present, to appreciate the abundance around us, and to live in alignment with our values. By cultivating contentment, we can experience a sense of peace and fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances. Principle 5. Listen more, speak less. Have you ever wondered why nature gave us 2 ears but only 1 mouth? According to Marcus Aurelius, this isn't a mistake or coincidence. There is a clear purpose. We're not meant to fall in love with the sound of our own voice, but with the voices of others. It's through listening that we learn and grow, not by endlessly repeating our own words. Starting today, pay more attention to what others say and less to what you think you already know. Listening is a skill that is often overlooked in a world where everyone is eager to be heard. Yet Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true wisdom comes not from speaking, but from listening. When we listen, we open ourselves up to new perspectives, ideas, and knowledge that we might not have considered otherwise. Listening is not just about hearing words. It's about being fully present and attentive to the person speaking. It involves setting aside our own judgments, assumptions, and distractions to truly understand what the other person is saying. This kind of deep listening fosters empathy, connection, and mutual respect. When we listen more and speak less, we create space for others to share their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This not only strengthens our relationships, but also enriches our own understanding of the world. By listening to others, we learn to see things from different perspectives, which can broaden our horizons and challenge our preconceived notions. Moreover, listening is an act of humility. It requires us to acknowledge that we don't have all the answers and that we can learn something from everyone we encounter. This openness to learning is a key aspect of personal growth and development. In contrast, when we focus too much on speaking, we risk becoming closed off to new ideas and experiences. We may miss out on valuable insights because we are too busy expressing our own opinions. Principle 6. Don't pin all your hopes on one dream. As human beings, we are naturally inclined toward setting goals and dreams that give our lives direction and meaning. These aspirations can be powerful motivators, driving us to strive for success, personal fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. However, Marcus Aurelius, in his wisdom, cautions against the dangers of putting all our hopes into a single dream or ambition. While it might seem admirable to dedicate oneself entirely to a singular goal, this approach carries significant risks. Should this one dream fail to materialize, the emotional and psychological impact can be devastating, leaving us feeling lost, disheartened, and without a clear path forward. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to adopt a more diversified approach to our dreams and goals. By spreading our hopes and ambitions across multiple areas of our lives, whether in our careers, personal relationships, hobbies, or spiritual growth, we create a more resilient framework for success. This diversity allows us to remain adaptable and flexible, able to pivot and refocus our efforts when faced with challenges or setbacks. Rather than seeing the failure of one dream as the end of our journey, we can view it as a redirection towards other opportunities that may ultimately lead to greater fulfillment. Moreover, pursuing multiple dreams allows us to explore different facets of our personalities and talents, leading to a richer and more varied life experience. It opens doors to unexpected paths and possibilities, fostering creativity, innovation, and personal growth. By not pinning all our hopes on a single outcome, we reduce the pressure on ourselves to achieve perfection in one area, and instead embrace the journey of exploration and learning across many domains. This approach not only increases our chances of success, but also ensures that we remain resilient and optimistic, even in the face of disappointment. Principle 7. Remember that death awaits us all. At first glance, the idea of constantly contemplating our mortality might seem morbid or pessimistic. However, Marcus Aurelius viewed the acknowledgement of death as a powerful tool for living a more meaningful and intentional life. The Stoic philosophy teaches that by keeping the inevitability of death at the forefront of our minds, we gain a clearer perspective on what truly matters. This awareness of our finite existence can act as a catalyst for profound personal transformation, prompting us to reassess our priorities, actions, and the way we spend our time. When we truly understand that our time on earth is limited, we are more likely to focus on what brings genuine fulfillment and joy, rather than being consumed by material pursuits or societal expectations. The realization that we cannot take our possessions, wealth, or status with us into the afterlife encourages us to invest in experiences, relationships, and contributions that hold lasting value. For example, instead of dedicating decades of our lives to accumulating wealth or material goods that we cannot ultimately keep, we might choose to spend our time nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and making a positive impact on the world around us. Furthermore, the contemplation of death can help us cultivate a sense of urgency and purpose. Knowing that our days are numbered encourages us to live each day to the fullest, seizing opportunities and making the most of every moment. It also helps us let go of trivial concerns and anxieties, freeing us to focus on what truly matters. In this way, the Stoic practice of memento mori, remembering that we must die, becomes a tool for living a more enriched and intentional life. By carrying a small notebook with Stoic principles or keeping these teachings in our hearts, we can navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. Setbacks and difficulties are no longer seen as misfortunes, but as opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Embracing the certainty of death allows us to live more fully, with greater clarity, purpose, and a profound appreciation for the present moment. Principle 8. Practice humility and learning. Humility is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and an essential trait for anyone seeking true knowledge and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius believed that the path to wisdom begins with the recognition of our own limitations and the acknowledgement that we do not have all the answers. This humility opens the door to genuine learning, as it allows us to approach life with an open mind and a willingness to listen, observe, and absorb new information. In a world where it is easy to become enamored with our own opinions and expertise, humility serves as a reminder that there is always more to learn and understand. When we go through life boasting about our knowledge or clinging to the belief that we're always right, we close ourselves off from the vast wealth of wisdom that exists outside of our own experience. This arrogance not only stunts our growth, but also alienates us from others who may have valuable insights to share. By practicing humility, we cultivate a mindset of continuous learning. We approach each day as an opportunity to learn something new, whether from our own experiences, the people we meet, or the challenges we face. This attitude of curiosity and wonder allows us to see the world through fresh eyes, constantly expanding our understanding and deepening our knowledge. Humility also enables us to listen more attentively to others. When we set aside our ego and truly listen, we gain insights that we might otherwise miss. We learn from the experiences, perspectives, and wisdom of those around us, enriching our own understanding of the world. This practice of active listening not only enhances our knowledge, but also strengthens our relationships as it fosters empathy, respect, and mutual understanding. Moreover, humility in learning helps us navigate the inevitable mistakes and failures we encounter along the way. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, we view them as valuable learning experiences, opportunities to grow and improve. This resilience in the face of adversity is a key aspect of the Stoic mindset, allowing us to persevere and continue our journey of self-discovery and personal development. Principle 9. Avoid guilt like a plague. Guilt is an emotion that can weigh heavily on our minds and hearts, often leading to feelings of self-recrimination and despair. Marcus Aurelius, however, viewed guilt as a useless and counterproductive emotion that serves no constructive purpose. According to Stoic philosophy, guilt arises from a misguided focus on past actions and mistakes, leading us to dwell on what cannot be changed, rather than taking positive steps to move forward. Marcus Aurelius teaches that guilt prevents us from taking responsibility for our actions in a healthy and productive way. When we are consumed by guilt, we become trapped in a cycle of self-punishment, replaying our mistakes over and over in our minds without making any real progress toward resolution or growth. This focus on the past can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking the necessary steps to correct our mistakes and make amends. The wise person, according to Marcus Aurelius, avoids guilt and instead focuses on taking responsibility for their actions and learning from their experiences. This approach involves acknowledging our mistakes, accepting the consequences, and making a commitment to do better in the future. By taking responsibility, we empower ourselves to make positive changes and move forward with greater wisdom and understanding. Avoiding guilt also means practicing self-compassion and forgiveness. We must recognize that we are all fallible human beings, capable of making mistakes, but also capable of growth and improvement. By letting go of guilt and embracing a mindset of accountability and learning, we free ourselves from the burden of the past and open ourselves to the possibilities of the future. In essence, by rejecting guilt, we embrace a more proactive and empowered way of living, one that prioritizes growth over self-recrimination. This approach not only fosters personal development, but also strengthens our character, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with resilience, wisdom, and a sense of purpose. Principle 10. Surround yourself with positive people. The company we keep has a profound impact on our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Just as we are quick to avoid someone who sneezes nearby, fearing that we might catch a cold or illness, we should be equally cautious about the emotional and psychological influence of those around us. Marcus Aurelius recognized the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive, uplifting individuals who inspire us to be our best selves. Negative people can have a draining effect on our energy and outlook on life. Their pessimism, cynicism, and constant complaints can seep into our own thoughts and attitudes, leading us to feel discouraged, anxious, or unmotivated. Over time, this negativity can erode our self-esteem, hinder our personal growth, and even impact our physical health. In contrast, positive people radiate energy, optimism, and encouragement, creating an environment that fosters growth, creativity, and resilience. Marcus Aurelius advised that we should choose our companions wisely, seeking out those who bring positivity into our lives and distancing ourselves from those who drain our energy. Positive people challenge us to reach our full potential, offering support, encouragement, and constructive feedback. They inspire us to pursue our goals, overcome obstacles, and remain resilient in the face of adversity. The influence of positive people extends beyond our immediate interactions. They shape our mindset, attitudes, and behaviors, helping us to develop a more optimistic and proactive approach to life. By surrounding ourselves with the individuals who embody the qualities we aspire to, kindness, wisdom, generosity, and integrity, we create a supportive network that helps us grow and thrive. Moreover, positive relationships contribute to our overall well-being and happiness. The emotional support, sense of belonging, and mutual respect that come from positive connections with others enhance our quality of life, making us more resilient to stress and challenges. These relationships also provide us with a sense of purpose and fulfillment as we share in the joys and successes of those we care about. As you reflect on these Stoic principles, think back to those tough moments, the times when life felt like it was collapsing around you. These ideas aren't just philosophical musings. They're practical tools you can use every day to stay resilient, calm, and in control, no matter what challenges come your way. Remember, life will always have its ups and downs, but how you respond makes all the difference. Embrace these principles, and you'll find that even in the darkest times, you have the power to create a life of fulfillment and strength. If you found these insights helpful, stick around for more on how Stoicism can transform your approach to life. You're not alone on this journey. We're just getting started.